weekend of May 15th, 2020, Tennessee state parks finally opened back up for camping. We decided to take advantage of this and give Stretch his first camping trip out of the Jeep. Really, this was the longest he'd ever been in the vehicle to begin with, so we weren't quite sure what to expect. The park itself was beautiful, especially if you were someone into camping, canoeing, kayaking, or doing a little fishing. The trails weren't quite what we were expecting, and overall it just wasn't a good fit for us. So after a little evaluating and setting up a camp, we decided to change things up just a little bit. So here's what we did. So we got here to Big Hill Pond, and
you can't drive to where the parks are, and I don't know, the only trails we found were like right next to the water, and like when things were popping out of the water, the boy was all excited about it. So it's like, you know what?
Yeah, Stretch was all up on that, and I'm not gonna lie, I get a little freaked out this time of year around lakes and water bodies and whatnot. So
plus this is like during the pandemic, so you have a lot of animals that are out and about a little bit more than usual, especially ones that slither. So, which
I'm not a fan of.
So we're gonna do some driving, but there's no driving around here.
Yeah, it's like one.
Turn right.
Yeah, turn right. It's not a lot to this part. In most places, like there's even like an observation tower. I think it's to the left to get out. And usually like parks, you can drive to these, trailheads and these points of interest and just walk the rest of the way. Man, you're walking the whole way here, and it's
hard to figure out. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where if we probably didn't have the dog, we'd probably explore and go
definitely.
like, oh, it's not actually so bad, but we just don't have the luxury this time.
Yeah, and this is the first trip with the dog. We just don't want to tire him out or, dehydrate him or anything like that. We're very careful about things with him, and
within 30 minutes of us finish setting up camp and just sitting around, we pulled like 4 ticks off us, so it's like,
yeah, and that's something I'm not used to when we're camping. Normally I get bit by mosquitoes, and that's kind of the extent of it, and David gets the ticks.
Yeah,
I'm getting ticks. I don't like ticks.
These are all like deer ticks with a dot, I think. That's correct. I mean, it's one of those things where we could have probably like hung out and had a fun time, but then it was like we knew some people might be 45 minutes away in this direction, and then there's Shiloh 45 minutes direction, and we're not 100% sure if people were going to be at the other place, and so it was like, let's just go to Shiloh.
That one was Iowa.
Yeah, the Union was in this road that was sunken, shooting at the Confederates that were coming from that direction. And they were holding them off pretty well until a battery, once you go in the woods, there's like tons of cannons out there now. I think it was Buell's battery, maybe. Might be wrong. And that pretty much broke this, and then they just started running through the woods to... Essentially, they were trying to like cut them off, make sure they didn't make it to the Tennessee River, which is that way. And that was the plan, was to cut them off before they get to the Tennessee River. But these are people that were, well, just say they've been walking all the way here, tired. They went through Union camps and found food and stuff and stopped. So the big game plan didn't quite work, and they weren't able to cut off the enemy.
Over there.